And then here's more numbers. And here's a pen on here. Okay, so we'd like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Live on Monday, November 17th. We have a huge auction today because we are trying to clean up. But hey, Joyce, how are you? Hi, Carolyn. But just for those of you who have logged on right away, we're trying out a new system. So I've got some freebies. So if you want, I have this pin cushion. It actually has some sewing needles in there, 80-12s. It's got a few pins. Your scissors go in here. I love quilting. It's got a little mouse on the thread. If you want this already made pin cushion, just type in you want the pin cushion. It's yours. And then Joyce and Carolyn and Jennifer and Brenda, I'm going to put out some patterns. If you want these patterns, just say you want them. I'm going to go down closer. We're trying out a new system so that Devin doesn't have to be here. So hang on a second. Let's see, which way do we have to go? It's going to take me a while to get used to this. So I have this block of the month. It is an applique for a Raggedy Ann. I have the Christmas. I have 2 teacups. Hey, Jackie and Candy and Fran, hello. Okay, Jennifer wants the pin cushion. So if you want the teacups, the St. Nicholas, the Raggedy Ann, there is a table runner, super cute little table runner. And there is families are tied at the heart. So if you're logged on and you want those, just be the first one to put that and I will get those to you. I've got Jennifer Evans for the pin cushion. I have Carolyn for the teacups. So if you want, we've got the pillow for, let me see where, it's so bizarre. We put up a new system. So trying to figure out where the camera actually is. So families are tied at the heart, little embroidered pillow. We have the table runner. We have the Raggedy Ann applique, and we have the Santa applique. So let me just look and see who typed it in first. Sometimes I have to have a reward to get you guys to log on early. Okay, Carolyn was the first for the teacups. Table runner was Brenda. And sorry, Fran. Table runner was Brenda on my machine. Table runner, and then Joyce, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, Joyce Larson is the Santa. And let's see. And so we still have a Raggedy Ann applique that's available if anybody wants it. A cute little Raggedy Ann block of the month applique. It was the block of the month, but this is the only one we seem to have come across. And the pillow is Jennifer Evans. If you guys did not see the interview with Jane Haworth at 3 o'clock on Quilt Show Reno, go back and watch it. She does collages and they're pretty fantastic. They're pretty fun to see. Okay, here I'm trying to figure out why. Okay, trying to figure out this new system. It's always a challenge. Okay, so that's what we have. We're just gonna do auctions today. Well, I am gonna do some ribbon because I had a phone call. Sandy needed some ribbon, but she's already ordered hers. But since I had to get it out, I figure we might as well show it to you guys. So, oh, Devin's still putting numbers on it. Okay, so if you need any tulle, I have red tulle. It's $1.50 a yard. So red tulle here, S27. I use this for embellishment. Whatever you don't buy, though, my sister's going to use for a big Christmas bow on her front door. She's going to wrap her door up like a bow. So I thought I would give you guys the option to get any if you need it. I bedazzle panels with it a lot. So S27, $1.50 a yard if you need any red tulle. And then we're going to have a ton of auctions, so get ready. But I do want to just show you, I acquired all of these bookmarks, and they're pretty, it's going to take me some getting used to figure out this camera system. So all of these cute little bookmarks, the photos aren't copywritten. So what I did is I took these and I laid them on my printer and then used, because I love the artwork, but I don't know what to do with it. So I ran some photo fabric through my printer. So I've got all of these cute little designs that are now on fabric. So I'm going to heat set it, and then I'm going to use it probably in like some kind of a collage applique. So if you just to give you ideas of what you can do to create your own artwork. So I really don't know what I'm going to do with these, but they're super sweet. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to kind of experiment with them. So just to give you ideas, if you need to do, if you have ideas for what to do with those fabrics, let me know. I would love to know. Hey, Ann, how are you? It's good to see you again. Ann, I think you might want to do the collage class. That is right up your alley. If you need photo fabric, and I'm just going to show you here, Devin, can you write down S27 1 yard? This is we use the photo fabric, and this is silk, but I printed just regular photos out from my computer. So this is silk. It's a little bit more see-through than the regular fabrics, and I will show you what it looks like when you print on regular fabric. So this is a photo of Gracie. I mean, these have been like around the shop for probably 15 years, but the photo fabric is stabilized so it can run through your printer, and then it's a denser quality cotton so that it will retain the pigment from your ink. So this is a photo of Gracie on fabric. I could just put this into a quilt. Here's another one. You can see here it's pulled off of the paper. I just leave it here for an example of what you can do with the photo fabric. So if you want to make a quilt for grandma or grandpa, this is a great product. I do like the jacquard, but for a minute you couldn't get jacquard, so I had to order silhouette. I haven't tried the silhouette, but Devin just looked, because we looked in the shop and it wasn't priced. So Devin just looked, and it's like 8 sheets are going for like $43 on the internet. So we've got this S04 is $29. We're just cleaning house because we want, I know what the jacquard does. So I've never used the silhouette, but it's literally like half price from what we found on the internet. So if you want this, S04 is $29. It has 8 sheets in it. Yes, Rondi, I'm going to be at Road to California. And then this is S03. So jacquard is what I've been using for 1,000 years. S02 is $23.95. That will be 10 of the cotton sheets. S02 is $23.95. And then S03 is $53, and that has 30 of the cotton sheets. So S03 is definitely a better price point because you're getting 30 sheets. And then I do have some of the silk. So if you want the silk, if you're doing collages and different fiber art kind of things, the silks are really nice to have. So that is just something that everybody should have in their stash, because you never know. I just got these bookmarks and I didn't really know what to do with them. So I laid them on the printer, sent some fabric through, because I work in fabric. I don't really work in paper. So I sent them through. They made pretty good prints. So I might put these on journal covers or bookmarks. You can totally make a bookmark and then do some slow stitching or embellish them. All kinds of ideas of things you could do with those. So that is on fabric. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. And then Sandy needed this ribbon because she's making more of those keychains that we made the key fobs from. So she needed the glitter ribbon. So she puts this onto a fabric, or I think she sews this directly onto the ribbing that we used for the keychains last year, the key fobs. So if you need the sequin ribbon S07, I'm going to get down closer so you really get up close. S07 is $1.50 a yard, or if you want the roll, we counted the roll is going to be about 18 yards. So if you want the roll for $15, that's less than $1 a yard. So you can pay $1.50 a yard, or you can get the whole roll for $15. S07 is the turquoise color. And then we have the silk. What I put it over there. S151. S151 is a white, kind of a see-through clear color. But white, kind of translucent, shimmery. The silk is right here. No, that's fabric. Yeah. Here, this one's silk. S01. S01 is the silk. Devin's saying somebody's asking for that. Hey, Susan, it's good to see you. Oh, we are. We didn't know if you guys wanted to be able to see us since Devin's not really videoing, or if you just want to see the product. So hang on a second, and we're just going to make this all about the products because you guys already know what we look like. Okay, so S01, now I can actually see what you guys are seeing. S01 is for the silk printable sheets. It's $23.95. Yes, this one is, I would say it's definitely iridescent. It's white, but iridescent. It kind of picks up whatever colors it's next to. So S151, $1.50 a yard, or $15 for this whole roll, which Devin and I counted. Well, we just measured. We did our watts measuring. We measured the width of it, well, the length, and then we counted how many rolls. So we're assuming, we did the math, we're assuming it's about 18 yards. And then if you want black is S152 for $1.50 a yard. 152 for the black. And then we have 153 is lime green. 153 is lime green. S11 is orange. So tell us how many yards you want. And then if you want the whole roll, just let us know if you want the whole roll. And then we've got purple, S08. S08 is for the purple. And we've got a pretty pink, S10. S10 is for the pink color. And I think there is one more in, nope, I think two more. Okay, so we have S154 is for blue. And you could, if you're decorating and embellishing clothing, you could sew down the sides of these and put it like on the side of your jeans or down the sleeve of a jacket if you want to be really glittery and shiny. S154, you know me, you can never have too much glitter in your life. And then this is a silver color. So if you want silver, S09. S09. So $1.50 a yard, or if you want the rolls are $15. So if you want the rolls are $15 or $1.50 a yard. If you don't remember the numbers, you can type in the colors. And I think, oh, here's another photo that's been, I should really do something with these, but look how cute those are. Oh, they were so cute back in the day. Now they're just one step beyond teenagers. Okay, so over the weekend, I had to do a quilt. I had to do a quilt block for Lynn's luncheon, and is the trim washable? I would say so. It's just sequins, Barb. I would wash it. I would wash it if both sides were sewn down. So if it was securely sewn down to your project, I would wash it. If it wasn't securely, if you're just tacking it on, you might not want to wash it in the washing machine, but you could definitely hand wash it. Terry, thank you for liking and sharing. We really, really love it when you guys like and share. And we also love it when you guys do like those little thumbs up and heart emojis, because it just is supposedly helps our algorithms. Okay, so here is my epic fail. I always like to teach you guys something, and I rather you learn it from me the hard way. So there's two things I'm going to teach you about this. I put inside what I thought was wash away. And if you've ever taken a class from me, you know I have said a million times that label your products because stabilizers look a lot the same. So I knew where my wash away was, but I had grabbed it on Saturday for a class. So Saturday night when I was tired and I had to do this project for Lynn's luncheon, I went upstairs where I knew my wash away was, except for that I had gotten it for the class earlier that day and had forgotten. But see how similar these two look? So you really can't tell that one is not a wash away. One of them does not dissolve with water, no matter how much you try and no matter how much you cry. So they're so similar. I don't even really know what this is because it's not marked. I'm guessing it's like a lightweight interfacing for like shirt collars or something. I have no idea, but it definitely doesn't wash away. So I put all my threads, all my loose threads and fibers, and I sandwiched it in between what I thought was wash away. And then I spent forever stitching all this so that I could wash the interfacing away and then cut out leaf shapes and put the leaves onto the quilt block that we had to make. But when I went to wash it away, and trust me, I have drenched this and I have used every kind of soap possible. It does not wash away. So it's obviously a tear away or a leave-in interfacing. So that was an epic fail. I had to move on and find a different solution. So mark your stabilizers. I don't care how much you think you're going to know what stabilizer is what. You're not going to know. These, look at them. There is really no difference between these two stabilizers. The only way you're going to know if it's a wash away or not, if you don't mark it, is literally to like eat it or put it under the sink and see if it dissolves. So mark your stabilizers. The other thing is that sometimes when you're sewing free motion stitching, you don't really realize that you have forgotten to put your foot down. So you can see here where I don't have such good tension. And that's because I didn't put my presser foot back down, because when you're doing free motion, it's really hard because your foot doesn't really go down. So it's hard to know that your foot isn't down. So just double check before you start stitching. Otherwise you end up with something like this. And technically, if I was actually making the leaves I intended to make, this would not affect it in an adverse way because it just has more texture. So that is the lesson. Learn the hard way. Luckily, you guys don't have to learn it the hard way because you just learned from me to mark your stabilizers. If you mark your stabilizers, you'll never be sad about stabilizers. Okay. Oh, Jackie puts it in her mouth to see. So does Cindy Gygax. It's crazy. Do not put the stabilizer in your mouth to see if it disappears, okay? Definitely don't. Put it under the sink. Okay, so we're going to start with the auction. If you're new to watching, if you've never watched before, you are going to type, everything we hold up is going to have a number on it. Like this has S06. So if it says auction here, that means you can bid. We're going to go pretty quick because we literally have billions of stuff to auction. So the reason we're practicing with the camera is so that we can go longer because Devin is not in control. Okay. But so if you're new to watching, you are just going to put S06 and then what you would be willing to pay. So if you're the highest bidder when we close, and your internet is going to be different than our internet, so just put in the bid you are willing to pay, because sometimes people go in $1 increments. Don't do 50 cents, okay? We do not want to do 50-cent increments. We'll be here forever. So the first thing we have to auction is this. Let me go back to this one. So it is a box of yarns. So these are Winsome machine or hand washable yarns, and they come in a bunch of different colors. You've got quite a bit of orange. And then you've got some cotton yarns also, crochet, knitting, tufting, or weeding. Doll hair is great. Or if you're making tassels, I just saw on Facebook a tutorial on how to make tassels using old salt shakers you pick up at the thrift store. Here's 2 more cottons and a couple of browns and oranges and blue. So a whole bunch of yarns. Let's see if you can get them all. No, I don't think I can get them all in the photo. Okay. Anyhow, so a whole bunch of yarns. S06 is starting at $1. S06 is starting at $1. S06 is starting at $1. That is a lot of yarn. So if you knit, if you do hats, they are soft yarns. They're not itchy yarns. S06 is starting at $1. I do have this Dragonology calendar. It is 2007. But it is, if you are into dragons or you know somebody that's into dragons, it has inside these little envelopes are little letters and things. It's got the history, different species of dragons, Western dragons, and then it's got here like textural, the dinosaur skin. So if you know somebody who loves dinosaurs, even though it's an old calendar, it might be kind of fun. You can also take these drawings and blow them up and turn them into appliques if you wanted. So a lot of inspiration if you wanted to actually do a dragon quilt, if you know somebody, or even like a book. You could do an art book, an artistic book, collage and different things, like a coffee table art book, and like photocopy onto the photo fabric the different sayings, and it would even copy the words for you. So you could applique or fuse that into your book, and then you just have a fun coffee table book. So if you're into dinosaurs, 1711 is $1. It does have a sheet of dragons stickers. And oh, look at here. I think that's a dinosaur in utero. Anyways, all kinds of fun stuff. S1711 is the dragon calendar, 1711, the dragon calendar. And I am going to put these back into the, oh, what happened to the number? Did I lose it? Okay, so we have the yarns are going to Mary Lou for $3. Mary Lou for $3. The dragon book, the dragon calendar is at $1, 1711. The dragon book is at $1. And then I'm going to flip this way so you can, oh, look at that. We're going to get really good at being able to video ourselves. Okay, so this is S1811. 1811 is 4 placemats and 4 coasters. So you've got, this is the artwork, and you've got 4 coasters, and then this is the placemats. So you just need a backing. It does have directions in case you're a beginner and you want directions. And like I say, anytime you get a panel like this, keep the directions, because you can always keep the directions, use it with your own fabrics. You don't necessarily have to use the fabrics, a pre-printed panel. You can always use your own fabrics to recreate whatever the panel was. So this is 4 placemats and 4 mug rugs or coasters. And the number is S1811. S18, whoop, S1811. S1811, $1 for the placemats. And we'll go back down here. We've got, oh, this is kind of exciting. S1711 is the dragon calendar. And the placemats are 1811. 1811. Beverly Ann for $1. I think a coffee table book. Eleanor Peace Bailey used to do really fun books. She would take hardcover books she got like at the thrift store, and then she would decoupage them. She'd take pages out. She would add things, paper crafts, all kinds of fun stuff to the collages. 1811 is starting at $1. 1811 is starting at $1. And I do have we have a lot of like free stuff too. So I have this is like a poster board, and it's got the push pins, a push, you put your things you don't want to lose on here. Anyways, I'm going to just pick in here and see if these are for people that have shared our Facebook page. We love it when you share. Lupita Mahoney, if you're here, Lupita, you won the board. And then we have another panel, S37. I'm going to start this panel at, let's see, let me switch this because I think this would be easier. Okay, so S37 is $9. And I only have one panel. So this is an auction. S37 is an auction, but it's super cute. So if you want to, it kind of reminds me sort of the Purple Hat Ladies, except for not. But super fun. You could use these as all-in-one quilt, or you could put them on the front of a tote bag, the front pocket of a tote bag. Okay, I'm going to switch back to this one. Gosh, I'm getting pretty savvy here with this. Actually, wait a couple days and then we'll have it down really good. Okay, so super cute panel. Let me zoom in so you can see all the girls. Oh, my phone is top heavy. Okay, so here's one, and then you've got another one. Look at her with her socks and her high heels, and all of her little dogs in her purse. So just kind of a fun, comical spa for the pooch. Oh, here's more doggy bag. Here's a doggy bag, but with dogs in it. So just a cute little panel. S37 is $9. S37 is $9. Hey, Anna. S37 is $9 for the panel, and S1811 is at $3. I think everybody today is on Facebook. S1811 is at $3. 1811 is at $3. S37 is at $11. S37 is at $11. Super cute. And then we have, in this mystery bag, we have 4+ yards. So we have 4+ yards of blue and green spools of fabric. Oh, I got to put a price on here. Okay, let's just start at $5 because it's for sure gonna get to $5. I should have cut this up into fat quarters. Then you guys would have all wanted a fat quarter. 140 is spools of um thread. So pretty fun yellow and green and blue colors. Spools of thread. This is a big piece. This piece alone is about 1 1/3 yards. So about 1 1/3 yards just of these blue spools. 1 1/3 yards of these blue spools. S140. S140. You got 1 1/3 yards of that. You have 1 yard of these blue spools. So 1 yard of that. And you've got a yard of these buttons with the browns, brown backing with blue and turquoise. Well, turquoise and green. And then you've got this is another yard of fabric. And I would say this is not it's Fabric Traditions, but it does not feel like my favorite fabric. But the other ones feel like quilt shop quality fabrics. So to me, I would say this is kind of a bonus for a crafty project, but it is Fabric Traditions, but it might wash up and be fine. S140 is at $8. 140 is at $8. That is for 4 yards of fabric. Well, 4 1/3 yards. 4 1/3 yards of fabric. 140 is at 14. 140 is at $14. 140 is at $14. And S37 for the panel is at $13. S37 for the panel with the ladies is at $13. Get your final bids and I'm going to close these up. 1811 is at $3. We haven't had any bidders since okay, I'm going to put Susan B. And then Lupita is not here, so we're going to pick another number for this cute little notebook thing. Let's see. I've got Peggy Cato. Peggy Cato. So if for these drawings, when you share the Facebook page with your friends so that we can keep doing this, so we can grow our community. Although somebody said they don't share because they don't want to have to pay more for things. But we need you to share. We love it when you share. We appreciate it when you share. We need you to share so that we can grow our community. Okay, S37 for the panel is going to Susan DeHaunt for $13. Susan D for 13. I think that Peggy might still be on a cruise. Okay. And then I have, let's see, did Peggy respond? The thread and buttons is at $15. The thread and buttons, it's 4 yards of fabric. So 4 yards of fabric is at $15. That's literally like $3.50 a yard. Super good prices. Okay, we've still got this cute little giveaway. And I've got Victor, which I know he's here because he just bid on something. So let me throw that in. And if you ever win something and you don't want it, just let us know and we'll throw it back into the pot. Oh, here it is. Okay, 140 is 4 yards of fabric. That's $3.50 a yard. These 3 are quilt shop quality fabrics for sure. This one is questionable. And okay, Victor. S140 is $5. Is it $15? Get your final bids in. I'm grabbing another. So this looks like I didn't sort through these things. So I'm not really sure what I'm even going to be showing you today. I do know me and Devin had to carry all these buckets. And when I talk about all these buckets, there was probably, I don't even know how many. It took us at least 45 minutes to carry all the buckets upstairs so that we could have a class in the classroom on Saturday. So All right, we're going to start this at $1. And it is some kind of a UFO, unfinished object, although it really should be UFP for unfinished project. So this has a block. Oh, it says, oh, it's going to be a dragonfly block, it looks like. Well, a B block. It's a B block. Okay, so there's your B. Here are the directions for the B, and here are some fabrics that might have been going to be used. I think this is like the leftover from the B project. So you can see here, it says dragonfly, but I don't know. Definitely a mystery, okay? Definitely a mystery. If you want this mystery bag from 1998, S20, S20 is $1. S20 is $1. Okay, I don't know who that. Oh, it's a bonus ladybug house block on the back of page 1. So, anyways, definitely a mystery. S20 is starting at $1. S20 is starting at $1. And if you want these I think go under your furniture. They're sticky on the top, although it's got a paper on it. But you peel the paper off and then they're sticky. I think maybe, or maybe you put them on under your sewing machine pedal so it doesn't slip. I don't really know. But if you want these, they can go to your house. Just type in that you want the rubber thingies. S20 is at $20 for the oh, here's enough. Oh, here, this one's a good one. This is 11 1/4 yards. 11 1/4 yards. 11 1/4 yards, or ish. I'm not sure how we got to that, but it's got this fun purple fabric. There's probably a yard of that, and that's by McKenna Ryan. And then some purple solids. It's just kind of a variety bag. I would say this is quilt shop fabrics. If you weren't around in the quilting world 35 years ago, every quilt made at that time had this in it. I have this in like this same print in every color upstairs. Here is more of like a lining fabric, but quite a big piece. And then some solids. This would be good for flesh tones. And then another piece of that lining stuff. So S133 is about 11 1/4 yards ish. About 11 1/4 yards ish. And I'm just going to start that at $5. S133 is about $11. And okay, I'm going to throw these in your boxes. Okay, Riri's box. Oh, I think it's over to be shipped. Can you put that in Riri's box? Okay, 133 is at $10. 20 is two. I have Sharon Weber at $3, Victor at $2, and then okay, so S20 is at $3. S20 for the B pattern is at $3. S133 is at $15. If you need to build up your fabric stash, this is just come to Fabric Chicks, because we might be doing this for the rest of our lives just to get through Joyce's sewing room. So we are really working hard at making sure that our friends and customers sewing rooms don't go to the landfills. So S20 went to Sharon for $3. And then S133 is at $16. 133 is at $16. 140 for the blue fabrics. 140, we didn't close that up. 140 is the blue buttons. Evelyn for $15. Evelyn for $15. And 133 is at $18. The 11 yards of purple fabric is at $18. Let me just put this right into Elaine's basket so it's out of my way. I think, wait, who won that? No, that's Evelyn. Evelyn, not Elaine. Try to get ahead of yourself and you just make yourself more confused. Doesn't take much though. Okay, here is a paper piece. I am going to say this is going to get to $15. So we're just going to start it at $15 so we can get through more stuff. But I think it's already got some blocks finished. I'm not sure how many. I see one. So 135, we're going to start at $15. 133 is the lavender. It's at $18. I'm just going to put it aside. You can keep bidding on it until we close it up after I show you this one. So this is I think she might have been going to do a quilt as you go. So these three are already pieced, but they are literally paper pieced perfection. So you've got three of those. You've got 2 rows. Hang on a second. You've got 2 rows plus 2 more already sewn together. So you've got 4 rows of this. So you could do a little wall hanging, and you could go vertical, I think. I think they could go vertical because I think they're hummingbirds. So you've got 4 rows of these. So 4 rows of these already sewn and already with the quilting there. Then we've got some blue fabrics. Definitely quilt shop quality. These are bigger, at least fat quarter size, if not bigger. Some tone on tones. Oh my gosh, we should have like cut these up and made fat quarter bundles. If only I had 1,000 more hours in my life. This is about 1.5 yards. About 1.5 yards of, let's see, Maywood Studios. This is it was probably their blender before Shadow Play. And then probably about 1.5 yards of this batik, which is gorgeous. And this one almost looks like a hand dyed. I would venture to say it is a hand dyed. And it is a little over 1 yard, but I am almost positive this is a hand dyed. So about 1 yard of a hand dyed and then 1 yard of this check. So the whole thing, $15, which is pretty crazy because the hand dyed alone is worth more than $15. So you've got 1, 2, 3 yards, some fat quarters, another yard, plus the hummingbirds. So, S135 is at $15. 135 is at Rhonda, you have to go watch Quilt Show Reno's live from earlier. We're doing a sale right now. S135 is at $15. 135 is at $15. If you didn't catch Jane's interview live, you can go back and watch it. She'll be teaching 4 classes at Quilt Show Reno in June. But she has all the samples on the Facebook page, on the Quilt Show Reno's Facebook page. S135 is at $15. 135 is at $15. And 133 for the 11 yards of lavender fabric is going to Elaine for $18. Elaine for $18. And S135 is at $15, and that includes the hummingbirds. 135 is at $17. 135 is at $17, and that includes the hummingbirds that are already ready. It's like an almost finished project. An almost, ooh. Okay, here is a random box, 135. I'm going to put this aside. You guys can keep bidding on it. You've got some great batiks and a hand dyed and a Maywood Studio yard plus of their blender, plus the 4 already paper pieced 4 rows of birds. S135 is at 135 is at $18, And then 142. I don't even know what to price these things because I have no idea what's in them. But something Cocapelli. So you've got stencils for the Cocapelli. I'm not sure why, but we'll soon see. But you've got the little Cocapelli guys. You've got the Cocapelli pattern. You've got a bonus fish pattern. You've got some about a half a yard Cranston fabric, but then you've got another like third of a yard of that same. It's got like a buffalo print, and then you've got quite a big piece of this lavendery. This kind of is like a good landscapey with the lavender in there. Devin, do you want to go get your doll so that we can show it to Terracotta just sent Devin a new doll. Okay, I am gonna just put $10 on here because I can write that pretty easily upside down. S142. I'm not sure. She's got petroglyph, so maybe she was looking for something with this idea. So we'll keep that. Or maybe it was this with the Cocapelli. You just never know. Well, they would be petroglyphs. I'm going to keep that there with it. And then you've got some Cocapelli little guys there and some more. So this was like a thing for Joyce with the petroglyphs and the Cocapellis and the different. So this one I like. That's like carvings on the walls in the caves. Then you've got some more of these. So if you like the Cocapellis, this would be your jam. And then a big piece of this burgundy, kind of a very moody sky. And then you've got a lizard stencil. You've got a lizard stencil in there. You've got another pattern, Mischief Maker. You've got another Cocapelli pattern there. And then some more here of the little petroglyphs and things. So I'm going to say that's going to go for $10 easily. S142 is at 15. 142 is at 15. And then, oops, let me plug in. It's so hard running multiple devices because the batteries go low. Okay. I'm trying to stay focused. It's so hard. 142 is at $18. 142 is at $18. 135. 135 is for the blues with the birds. 145 is at 145 is at, let me see again. It's so hard by myself to keep track of all this. 145 145 135. 135 is what I'm looking for. 135 is at $21. So the birds are at $21. The blues, the hand-dyed fabric, the batiks, 5 yards of fabric plus the birds is at $21. 135 is at $21. 142 is at $18. 142 is at $18. Get your final bids in. I don't know how this fit in this tiny little bag. 135. Get your final bids in. Those girls were good at sorting and shoving this stuff into the bags. 142 is at $20. 135, I believe, is at $21. Get your final bids in. 135. 135. Let me fold that. It kind of went in there all stuffed. 135. Yeah, Terracotta, we can see you. You're at $20 on 142. Thank you for our box, Terracotta. Devin loves the doll. The doll is right up his alley. Okay, 135 is $21 to, I think, Victor. 135 is $21 to Victor. And S142 is at $20 to Terracotta. Get your final bids in. Terracotta is leading it. And 142, I'm going to put it away. While I'm putting it away, you got 1 little minute to outbid terracotta, but I think I'll get it put away before you can type. So S142, going once, going twice. Terracotta, you are the winner. Okay, and Devin is going to show you here. Let me put it back on us. Devin, come show him the doll. It's right there. You got to show it. Terracotta, $20. Okay, so Devin, if you don't know, Devin has a doll collection. And we started the doll collection when we went to QuiltCon, and we went to a thrift store, and he started putting these dolls in this basket. And I'm like, Devin, why are you getting dolls? He's like, Mom, we have to save them. We have to rescue them. So that was the start of his doll collection. And then I found this one at an estate sale over in Genoa, which is the oldest town in Nevada, but it's literally like across the street from us. So I found this one and had to get it for him. But look at her eyes. They're so crazy. Crazy eyes. That's what I'm going to call her. Just like on Orange is the New, what was that movie? Orange is the New Black. Don't you remember Crazy Eyes? Anyways, Devin just got this one. Look at her. Terracotta, he loves her. He like immediately opened up the box and took her upstairs and put her with the collection. Oh look, she looks just like me. Anyways, so that is that. Okay, while I'm on the big screen, I'm going to show you this panel. Except for I don't even know what it is. I think they're placemats. I think nobody needs 16 placemats, do you? I think we should cut this in half. So I'm going to show this one we're going to do on the next live. I'm going to just, well, hang on a second. We won't auction this off. I know she is so cute, Victor. We are not auctioning this off. We're just going to put a price on it. So it is 1, 2, 3, I don't know. We have like 6 panels. So this is 4 placemat panels. So each placemat is going to look like that right there. Can you see it? So it's got the kind of like a hexagon or whatever shape that is. The corners are at an angle, but it's really pretty. This would be a fun one to bedazzle too. So there's 4 in a panel, and I'm just gonna do a panel for $8. So that makes them $2 a placemat. Okay, so a panel is 4 placemats. A panel is 4 placemats. Let's see if I go back further. Can you see that? A panel is 4 placemats. So if you want a panel, they're just $8, and we have a bunch of these. S149, it is 1, 2, I think we have 4 panels. So here's what the artwork looks like. It is metallic. So 4 placemats is going to be $8. 4 placemats is $8. This is not an auction. This is just type it in. The first ones to type it in will get it. S149, S1. Oh wait, here. I'm showing you, but I'm not showing you. Okay, S149. So you see how you cut right here at an angle. So it's a cute little placemat. Actually, it's really pretty. S149 is 8. Okay, I think that is all of them. Elaine 2 and Victor 2. Right? Didn't I say there were 4? God, I can't remember what happened 30 seconds ago. Yeah. Okay, that is that. All right, those are gone. What do we have next? It's like a treasure hunt for me. Okay, here is oh, they're different. Okay, hang on a second. So this is S151. I think it's gonna go. We'll start it at $8. I think it will go more than $8. S151. The auction is starting at $8. And oh, they put the tag on upside down. Okay, hang on a second. S151. S151. Okay, I need a vote. Would you guys rather do the day before Thanksgiving on Wednesday? The day before Thanksgiving, would you rather do an auction or would you rather do bingo? Okay, S151 is a beautiful panel. Can you guys see that? I can't really see what I'm showing you, but so it's kind of like stained glass windows. S here, I'll move it just so that way you can see how big it is, but let me put it here so you can see it. 151 is at $10. 151 is at $10. So this is one of the panels. This is one of the panels. S151 is, here's one panel. Well, it's all one panel, but like one stained glass panel is what I'm referring to. Here's another one. And then here's the dove. And then here is another angel. I love that the angel has purple hair. S151 is at $10. 151 is at $10. 151 is at $10. And what is this one? Yuletide. Oh my God, I totally had this panel. And I have these ornaments. This is the kind of stuff my mom bought for me to keep me busy so that I don't know, wouldn't be on the streets or something. I don't know. 151 is at $10. Yeah, Candy, you are correct. I do need to do auctions to get rid of stuff. Okay, so these are cute little ornaments, or you could cut them and make them into mug rugs, or you could cut them and log cabin around them to make a cute little primitive quilt. So all these little blocks, you've got bell, snowman, moon and stars, bear claw, a house, quilt block, trees, angels, stars, trees, the flag, another quilt pattern. And then on this side, you've got snowmen, wreaths. So you could just use your scrap fabrics from your scraps to do a backing to make a mug rug if you didn't want to do ornaments. But if you want to do ornaments or a garland, here is a mantle decoration idea. Or you could make the ornaments and embellish them with buttons. Here's what they would look like if they were all on your fake fabric tree. And then here are directions on how to make the ornaments. So S150, I would probably well, you can't really embellish them with buttons if they're going to be mug rugs, but I would probably do mug rugs with it. S150, we're just going to start at $5. 150 is at $5, or square within a square blocks. That would be perfect, Joyce. You could totally do square within a square blocks. Okay, S151 is going to Victor for $10. Victor for $10. And I don't think anybody else bid, Victor. Okay, don't tell anybody, but I'm just going to give it to you for $8 because you outbid yourself. Okay. S150 is at $6. 150 is at $6. I do have a bag of doilies. So S34, we're going to start at $9. S34, we're going to start at $9. And here, let me fold this one away. This does have some stains on it. The doily has some stains on it. I'm not sure if you can wash it out. You would need to block it to get it to sew straight, but you could use it like this as a doll skirt. Eleanor did some doll ornaments with that and used them as a skirt. Victor has to start Christmas 2026. Are you kidding me? You haven't started Christmas 2026? It seems to me like you'd be on Christmas 2029 already. Okay, a few more of these little doilies and another one that is a different color but the same pattern. And then this weird, oh, here's some more of those. So you got a couple more of those. And then this thing here is another, you could put it in on a table and put a candle in it or something. It's got good texture. S34 is $9. And then there is one other piece here. It's like a collar. And I think that, I would say that's tatted, but I'm not really sure. But it's definitely a collar, or it could be like a skirt on a doll. S34 is $9. S34 is starting at $9. S34 is starting at $9. 150 is going to Victor. Victor, I'm just gonna do $5. But thank you for doing $6. Okay. Most of you probably have those in your stash if you've been quilting for any length of time. Oh, here is one of Eleanor's patterns. It looks like it's been started, like she photocopied the pattern. So this makes a super cute baby, a little baby that goes inside this little pocket. So, oh my gosh, she's got, oh, here's the face. Look at how cute that little face is. Can you guys see that? So she's got the face already done. You could just embroider it or something. You got a little plastic happy birthday. You've got some ribbons. You've got little tiny feet. You've got little feet and hands. You've got some fabric that's, oh, this is probably for the little blanket. And then this was probably his pajamas here. So a bunch of stuff. That's probably the backing for the little baby blanket. And you've got some batting scraps in here, probably to make the quilt. S21, S21, we're going to start at $5. Mainly because I sell the pattern for $12. S21 is starting at $5. And S34, no takers for the doilies. Okay, S34, we don't have any takers for the doilies. So let me throw those back in. S21 is at $5. S21 is at $5. And then S07 is for cut squares. I don't know if she had an AccuCut or not, but probably because these are very accurate. So you've got a whole pile of 4-inch. You got some John Deere, just a bunch of variety. So if you're making scrappy quilts, you got a bunch of 4-inch pre-cuts, and then I think these are 5-inch pre-cuts. So these actually are the same fabric. So this was probably a professional blender pack. So S07 for the charm pack, we're going to start at $4. S07 for the 4-inch squares and the 5-inch squares. S21, get your final bids in. We're going to close this up. S21 is going to, I don't want to lose any hands or body parts because I already don't find one hand. So you might have to make a hand, Stephanie. I'm not seeing it there. S21 is going to Stephanie for $5. Stephanie, it's a super cute little pattern. Like, I don't know. I've always said I'm going to make this little one, but I haven't. In my spare time. Okay. So S07 is at $6. There's two of you at $6. Two of you at $6. S07. Two of you at $6. And Then I have a cute little bear panel. It's a slice of summer. So if you're into bears, it's a 1 yard piece. It's a 1 yard piece. I don't see a number on this. Let me find. Oh, here it is on the back side. Okay, so you've got a 1 yard. S11 is a 1 yard piece of bears. S11, it's 1 yard. We'll just do $4. It's got all kinds of bear scenes. So bears with watermelons mainly, but look at how adorable this little mom is. Where'd she go? I just saw her. Okay, hang on a second. Let me look at it the right direction. She was so cute. The little, oh, here. Look at this little mom. She is watering. She's got like a little watermelon collar. And then she's got a little watermelon can. And look at her little baby. It's so cute. Okay, S11. S11 for summertime fun with the bears. $4. It's a 1 yard piece. S11 is starting at $4 for the bears. S11 is uh, uh, S07 for the charm packs is at $10. The charm pack is at $10 on Facebook. S07 is at $10. S11 is at $5. These would even be cute to cut out, and you could make a banner with them for the summertime, but they'd be cute to sew onto cardstock to make greeting cards. You could mail a little Christmas card, a little summer card to your friends. Okay, S07 is at $10. S07 is at $10. I really don't know how those girls got all this stuff back into these little bags. S07 is going to Sharon for $10. Okay, S11 is on the table. S11 is the cute little bears. Here, I'm going to get real close so you can see how cute they are. This would be good for square and a square also, or it would be a fun border. You could cut the strips. You could cut one row of these as a border. On well, I say a baby quilt, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a baby quilt, but it's very fun. So you've got all these different blocks. This one's lifting weights. This must be the dad. He's lifting watermelon weights. And then look at the little baby there. Really cute. S11 is at $5. S11 is at $5. S11 is at 5. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, this could maybe be washed a little bit, but not, I mean, it's in very good shape. Okay, S11. I'm going to give it to you, Victor, for $4. Victor for $4. Wow. That's like the deal of the century. Well, no, I think that hand-dyed batch with the pieced birds was the best deal so far. Okay, Victor, $5. Look at how cute this bag is. So it is a little bit worn, but you could take it and create a pattern with it. But it says a quilter at heart. Is that upside down for you guys? Okay, so it says a quilter at heart. It is cross-stitched. Super cute. She's holding scissors and I don't know what else. Anyways, the bag though is a good pattern, I think, because this is just, let me go up a little bit so you can see the whole thing. This is just two rectangles sewn together. Here, I don't know how to get this right in the center. Okay, so it's two rectangles. The handle, that's easy to figure out. And then it's got a pocket here. And the pocket has something in it. I hope it's not dirty tissues. So it's got a pocket in the front. Obviously, she took it to Joann's in. I always like to see the dates. 2017. So it's not that old, but we're recycling our Joann's. So we've got some white fabric in there. But it's Velcro. You open it, and then it's got two little pockets. So one on this side and then one on this side. But it's just another one of those rectangles. So it's literally like the easiest bag I've seen to put together. But you can put your small cuttings. Oh, I knew it. There would be a tissue in there somewhere. Anyways, I would probably cut this off because this is a little bit worn, but it actually, you could bedazzle it some more. So anyways, it actually would be a really cute project bag if we were to steal the idea, along with our million and one other ideas. Do you have a paper so I can, an option paper? No, number. I need numbers. I don't have numbers. So I gave my numbers to you. Okay, so we're gonna just start this off at $1. S12 is at $1. S12 is at $1. It would be a great, easy bag to make if you wanted to make bags, and your projects fit perfectly in there. So S12, I would probably, I don't know, rescue the cross stitch for sure. S12 is starting at $1. S12 is starting at $1. S12 is starting at $1. And oh, here's another quilt project started. Okay, S12 is starting at $1. Let me put a pin in it so I don't lose it. A quilter at heart. Very cute. Reminds me of Precious Moments. S12 is starting at $1. S12 is starting at $1. And then, and I'm not going to send the tissue to you. Okay, let's see what we have here. We've got quilt blocks in progress. So we have, this was from Rosie's Calico Cupboard Quilt Shop. This is the block. It's Karina. Number one, Karina block. So, well, no, oh no, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's look at it. So you've got this block. You have, so you've got a quilt already almost finished here. This block, they are all different. So it probably was a block of the month if I had to guess. The background is all the same, but then the fabrics, I guess, are scraps. So definitely a sampler quilt. But Joyce was very much a perfectionist. So I think that the blocks are going to be very well put together. And then here is another one. Gosh, it's so close to being finished. Somebody is going to have to bid on this auction so that we can rescue this unfinished project. I just think that when Devin has to go through all of my stuff, somebody's going to have to help him out because it's going to be a lot of stuff. Okay, so here is a lot of blocks. Here is quite a bit of the background fabric. I'm going to measure it for you just so you know what you have for borders or sashing. You have 1 2/3 of this background fabric. 1 2/3 of the background fabric. 1 2/3 of the background fabric. And here's some leftover from piecing. You've got the patterns here. And here is a new age. This is what the quilt's going to look like when you put it all together. So S98, we're just going to start it at $15 because I think it will get to $15. S98 is a quilt in the making. S98 is starting at $15. And S12, Riri, you were the only bidder. So I'm going to give it to you for $1. I'm going to give it, Riri, I'm going to give you this bag for $1 to Riri. And S98 is at $18. S98 is at $18. And I am not going to ship you the Joann's bag unless you want it, or the Joann's receipt, or the tissue. I'm going to put those right into the trash can. I should have a trash can right next to me. Okay, so we've got the quilt block on the table right now. And I brought down two buckets. And I do not think we're going to get through these 2 buckets. Okay, S98 is at $20. For you cat lovers out there, this piece of fabric I'm about to show you is going to be one of the best pieces of fabric you've ever seen in your lives. Okay, I'm going to have to put me on the big screen again. Hang on. I feel like we're doing a Zoom and you're like, can you make me big? Can you make me big? Can you make me big? I got to put me big because you have to see the whole yard, okay? I have not seen fabric like this. It's basically a panel. Okay, let me see how much of it can you see. So you've got a bunch of cat heads, and then you've got 3 of these bigger cat heads. So there's 3 of the bigger cat heads, and then 1,000,000 of this size cat heads. So it is kind of a fun fabric that I've never seen before. So I'm going to say it's 1 yard piece. It is a 1 yard piece, and you've got the 3 of the big cat heads. This one would actually be fun to do tissue dyeing with. But you've got a bunch of, oh, hang on a second. Let me swap back to this. Okay, so you've got a bunch of the little heads, and then you've got 3 of the big heads. So 3 of these big heads. I'm going to just bring it down so you can kind of get a reference to the cutting map there. The big heads are about 15 inches wide. 15 inches wide by about 12 inches tall. So you could literally make a pillow with the big heads, and then who knows what you want to do with this. Or I don't know. It's just kind of a fun fabric. Okay, S09 for you cat lovers. S09 for the cat lovers out there. S09, we're just going to put $10. Oh, I should have done $9. $10 because I think it's going to get to $10. We don't have time to wait around here because we literally have so many. Okay, S98 for the quilt blocks is at $20. S98 for all the quilt blocks is at $20. Get your final bids in. S98, oops, let's see, where's that camera? S98 for the quilt blocks is at $20. S09 for the cat heads is at $10. There's 4 of you at $10. 4 of you at $10. Well, 3 of you at $10. $12. S09 is at $12. S09 is at $12. And let's see what we've got here. Here is a large scrap bag. Okay, the S98 is at $25. Phyllis is at $25 on S98 for the quilt blocks. The quilt blocks are at $25. You know what? These would be great. Well, they'd be great for anything. But if you do community quilts and you don't want to spend a lot of time on them, your time is worth something. You might as well buy these projects and then finish them and donate them to your guilds or whatever, because then you've done your community service, but you didn't have to spend the hundreds of hours piecing all these blocks. Look at them. They're pretty incredible. 98 is at $25 for the quilt blocks, and then you have about 1.33 yards more of the background fabric so you can finish it. This is what the project looks like. So that's what you can make if you want to finish it. S98 is at $25. S09 is at $15 for the cats. S09 is at $15 for the cats. And you got 3 of the big heads and then a bunch of these little heads. I have never seen this print before. It's a pretty incredible, I think it must have been a panel or something, or like a custom order. Let me see. It's definitely not a custom order because it is Valerie Leonard for Chapel House Fabrics. So kind of vintagey, very, I mean, like I was just getting out of high school when this fabric was printed. S09 is at $15. S98 is at $25. And then we've got a scrap bag here of blues, S100. S100, we're just going to do at $5 for a scrap bag of solids. It's like kind of a random bag of solids. That's kind of like a lining fabric. But it's a lot of scraps. This is kind of almost like a denim-y fabric. So it's not all quilting quality fabrics, but it is, you can sew with anything, but this is like a thicker fabric. I'm not sure what they would call that. So just a large scrap bags of blue, S100, $5. S100, $5. And then S98, I don't know what I did with the bag for that. Oh, I put it under it. Oh, I'm so organized sometimes. Okay, S98 is at $25. It's at $28. S98 for the quilt blocks is at $28. The quilt blocks is at $28. Get your final bids in. I know you don't want to like bid too much. You want to wait till the very last second, but you don't want somebody else to get it. So if you really want something, make sure you get your final bids in. S98 is at $28. S09 for the cat fabric is going to Victor for $15. Victor for $15. And Victor, I'll have Devin ship your box tomorrow because it is overflowing. S98 for the quilt blocks is at $28. S100 for the bag of scraps is at $5. All the blue scraps are at $5. Here, I'm going to just put these back in here. S100 is at $5. S100 is at $5. It is a large bag of fabric. Some of them are bigger pieces, some of them are smaller pieces. I'm trying to keep them all together so that when you go to work on something, you have all the same fabrics. This one was definitely cut crazy. It looks like it was like a lining of something. S100. Oh, Ronji, Joyce is one of our good customers. She was actually one of our first customers to come into the shop. She came in with Sylvia back in the day. So 17 or 18 or 9, however long we've been open. Joyce was one of our first customers, but she just went into hospice. So her kids called me and said, come clean out and make sure you find good homes for all of her treasures. So that's what we're doing. We're finding treasures. We are trying to, literally, we're all in the same boat. Like, our kids, for the most part, don't sew. And we don't want our sewing rooms to go to the landfills. So somehow we have kind of converted over. We do still have not Joyce Larson for sure. It's a different Joyce. But we all have these sewing rooms full of our treasures. And so we're trying to find new homes for all the treasures. So S100 is going, Phyllis is at $30. So Susan, if you want to outbid Phyllis, Phyllis is at $30 on the quilt blocks. The large scrap bag of blue is going to Victor for $5. And I don't know. It's, with the economy and the industry, I've been in this quilting industry for 45 years ish. So I've seen like it's ups and downs and it's craziness, but right now it's really, really crazy. And with all the tariffs and things, I think we have to find ways to be creative, but not break the bank. So OMG, I might have to split this into two bags. Okay, I'm gonna split this into two bags. Well, I'll do half of it today and then half of it a different day. Okay, because it's way too many for one auction. Okay, how about this many? Okay. Oh, look at this one. I really like that one. It's very textural. And that, oh, look. How did I pick up two of the same ones? A big one and a small one. So you got matching big ones. So all kinds of vintage metal buttons, stamp design, jeans, overalls, very vintagey. So you've got a whole bucket of these metal buttons. This one says jeans. These came from jean overalls. So vintage buttons here. So this lot is going to be S94, and we'll start it at $4 for these vintage buttons. S94 is starting at $4. S94 is starting at $4, and then S90 is about 10 yards of, you've got some grosgrain ribbon here. You've got grosgrain, but in limey color. You've got some other ribbon here, but it looks like they took it off of something. I'm not sure what, but it's a pretty color ribbon. You've got some white ribbon that is the same situation as that seafoam color. And then you've got some red ribbon. This is kind of a thicker ribbon, but not as thick as ribbing. So about 10 yards. We'll just start that at $2. S90 at $2. S94 is at, there's two of you at $4. Two of you at $4. S98 for the quilt is at $30. The quilt blocks are at $30. S98, the quilt blocks are at $30. The buttons are at $5, $8. The buttons are at $8. Good job, Evelyn. Just take it right on up. We don't need to be here all night on one thing. Just bid what you think it's worth. S98. S98 is, I think, Phyllis at $30. Phyllis at $30. And S94 is, something just popped up on my screen. Let me try to get let me get rid of that. 94 is at $8. The buttons are at $8. 90 is at $3. The ribbons are at $3. The buttons are at $8. Phyllis is the winner of the quilt blocks. Phyllis is the winner of the quilt blocks. And then S90 is at $3. S90 is at $3. S90 is for the ribbon. And oh, the girls had this in here so nice. It's so hard to replicate what they did. S90 is $2 to Victor. The ribbon is $2 to Victor, and S94 is at $8. S94 is at $8. Let me find a container for it since I stole the other container. Okay, S94 Oh my God, Phyllis, I'm so excited. You're so excited. I'm really excited to see some of these projects finished. Who knows? They're definitely been in the closet for a minute. I think it's all of our responsibility to help this not go to the landfill. Okay, we've got the buttons in here. S94. I'm just going to tie it so it doesn't fall out. S94 is okay, we'll just go to $7. Evelyn for $7 for the buttons. Okay, I've got another quilt another quilt it looks like. And I think she'd love to do quilts as you go. So, oh, it's a table runner. It's no. Oh, I think it's don't ask me. Maybe I should hold on to this and see if I find the other. It's quilt as you go, but see how there's squares down here, but there are no squares here. So, oh, well, I'm going to tell you what you can do. Oh, it's reversible. Look at it. It's reversible. So I'm going to tell you what you could do with this because I don't know if we'll find the other squares that go here. But you could definitely, so see how cute this table runner is? And you can flip it over and you can have a totally different look. I'm going to say what you should do if you bid on this is just take these two corners off. Just rip these two corners off so that, because I don't know if we can find the other two corners. But otherwise, it just needs binding and it's finished. So I would just take my rotary cutter, cut this off right here, bind it, and be done. So S97, you do have the Quilt Company pattern. So we have a pattern here. Oops, sorry. Uh-oh, Devin, can you see what I did? Here, I touched something. Okay, sorry, I touched something. Devin's going to try to get it back. What did you do?
Open up the browser.
Oh, okay. All right, hang on a second. I'm going to put this one back. Okay, so you've got the pattern, and you do have some extra stuff. So you've got kind of a big chunk of batik fabrics here. So you've got some scraps. You've got, I don't even know that they go to this project, but anyhow, so you've got a almost finished, it is quilted. It is quilted. You've got an almost finished table runner. I would say let's just start at $7 since S97. $7. S97 is starting at $7. Almost finished table runner. An almost finished table runner with the pattern, so you could make more. It's a reversible table runner. And see, this one is pointed, so I don't know why she added that to make it square, but she only added one. But the table runner pattern is without those. So just cut those off and then you'll be following the real directions, okay? S97 is starting at $7. S97 is starting at $7. You've got this kind of wild and crazy on this side, kind of more springy or more fall, I'm not really sure. And then on this side, you've got a table runner that coordinates. So that is S97 for $7. If you're doing craft fairs, you could finish this project in about 5 seconds. All you got to do is add binding. S97 is starting at $7. S97 is starting at $7. And I'm just going to show you guys. I brought down just two. I brought down just 2 bins, and we haven't even got, this one is still full, and we haven't even gotten through like a quarter of this one. We're never gonna get through this stuff. It's literally piled the whole shop is piled. Okay, S97 is starting at $7. This table runner is starting at $7. I would just cut these off, bind it, and you've got a project already done. And this side is cute. You could, oh, I see what the problem is. This one has, so this goes to here. So really you've got to cut this off. And then you've got this table runner from here. Okay, hang on a second. This is what if you cut that off, I was like, something's still off. But if you cut that off, here, I can't figure out how to get the TV to go. So I'm going to hold it up for you. Okay, so look from here, S97. If you cut this section off, because we don't have the last section of it, so if you cut that off, and then you have this table runner here. So this is what it looks like with it. This is what the table runner looks like. It just needs a binding. And were any of you on the I don't know, I had a water. I don't know what, were any of you on the auction last week when we did this quilt? Hang on a second. So were any of you on when we did this? We auctioned off this quilt. One of you got the blocks for this quilt. So one of you bid on the blocks and the extra fabric of this quilt. So if you want the rest of it, S05, the auction is starting at $1. It's better with the point off. I agree, Candy. So one of you bid on this fabric. I'm not sure who, but if you want this is what the quilt looks like. And if you want this foam board for a design wall, let me know and you can have it. If you're local, Devon's not shipping it. But if you bought the rest of these blocks and you want the rest of them, S05 is starting at $1. If you didn't buy it and you just want to buy this, the blocks are done. You just have to sew them together. So S05, $1. S05, $1. S05, $1. And okay, S97 for the table runner. S97 for the table runner is going to Carolyn. Carolyn, those are kind of your colors. Carolyn, if you were doing craft fairs, you could totally finish this and sell it for $25. And you had virtually no time in it. Okay. But you do have the pattern in case you want to make another one. S97 is gone to Carolyn. And let's see. Gosh, I don't know. Do you guys want to call it a night or do you want to keep going? Here is a bag of sewing stuff. Oh, yeah, it could totally be a gift. Okay, let me know if you guys are getting bored and want to go eat dinner. So we've got a fat quarter-ish. Well, not really a fat quarter. It's got a little piece missing, but cute little sewing machines, black and white. Mary Lou says, more. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got cute little sewing machines. You've got more here. Let me get down close so you can really see the fabrics. We've got more sewing notions. They did not say how much fabric because some of these are little pieces. Some of them are bigger. OMG, this is like a Moda, I believe, a Moda Jane. Yeah, American Jane fabric. So you've got a half yard of rulers, American Jane fabric. You've got some needles, vintage scissors, some white on white spools, more spools, and then cute little colorful sewing notions tossed, a half yard of that. This is what I would call flesh tone fabrics for making dolls. And this is some weird fabric. I have no idea what that is. It's almost see-through-y. So just a variety of stuff. I'm going to say this is going to go for at least $6. Stephanie's like, not bored at all. Okay. Have you thought about setting up an online auction? Like a silent auction, Terracotta, or what kind of an online auction? We're already doing an online auction right now as we speak. Devin's actually looking at signing us up for Whatnot. It's an auction site where you literally just can sit there for like 9 hours straight and just show stuff. But it is a little bit confusing. So he's looking into that as we speak. So S66, the auction is starting at $6. The auction is starting at $6 S66 for all of the sewing themed items. S66. Oh, we had no takers for S05, the quilt. S05. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to bring you up this way. S05 is this quilt for $1. S05 is this quilt for $1. Can you guys see it? It is kind of a Van Gogh-y kind of quilt. So S05, $1. S05, $1 for this quilt. And take pictures and let us bid on the weekend, and you close at a certain time. Sharon Webb, like the auction houses do, where you set up pictures, set a final date, and people bid. So Terracotta and Sharon, we did that on Fabric Chicks Stitch Along, maybe like a year ago, about a year ago. We every Friday we listed a bunch of auctions on Fabric Chick Stitch Along, and it really didn't take off. It took us a long time to take all the photos and post it on Fabric Chick Stitch Along, and then a lot of stuff never even got bid on. So so we kind of just stopped doing it. S66 S66 is at $10. There's two of you at $10. S66 for the sewing stuff is at $10. S66 is at $10. But we could do that again if you guys wanted to. We could list them on Friday night, and then the auction goes through the weekend. If you wanted to, we could totally do that. S66 for the sewing, I've got $10. S66, I thought I saw $14. Yeah, okay, $14. S66 is at $16. S66 is at $16. S66 is at $16. And then S05 for the quilt blocks. And Steph, S05 for the quilt blocks, I thought I saw $5. So S05 is going for $5. Stephanie will take a photo of it so you know the layout, okay? Stephanie for $5. We'll text you a layout of it because I'm sure you do not want the design board. But if there's any locals who want the design board, let us know. Otherwise, we're throwing it in the trash. S66. Okay, we'll try it again. Okay, guys, we'll try the silent auction again. Do all of you guys belong to Fabric Chicks Stitch Along? Or maybe we should just put it on the Fabric Chicks page. Maybe I'll do a post and put it on the Fabric Chicks page and then pin it to the top. I'll look at it, but we'll look at doing a post on Friday with auctions because we literally are never going to get through all of this. I would only do fabrics, not lace or doily. Okay, we're going to try it, Sharon and Terracotta. Don't overload with too many at one time. Okay. Yeah. Well, that is, we do tend to go overboard. Okay. S66 is at $17. S66 is at $17 for the sewing fabrics. S66 is at $17. And I'm going to just clean this up real quick. We're going to have to do something because we literally are, I haven't even gotten through Shurna's sewing room, the gal from Tahoe. We haven't gotten through her sewing room yet. We literally could do this full time. We could do this full time. We don't even have to have walk-in customers. We could just do auctions and be with you guys all day, every day. Okay, S66 is at $18. S66 is at $18. It's the thrill of the treasure hunt. You just never know what we're going to have. S66 is at $18. Get your final bids in. S66 is at $18. Here is a quilt top. This is all the girls put on there is quilt top. So I have no idea if it's blocks. But it does seem like it's, ooh, this is an already put together quilt. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to put this up. Hang on. It's already sewn together quilt top. Remy has joined us, so she is literally like under my feet. So this is what the quilt top looks like. Can you see it? So that is the quilt top. It measures, it's a good way to use your scraps, actually. Okay, it measures 36, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, about 53 inches by 36, 72, about 82. So what did I say? 52 by 82-ish. So that is the quilt top ready for you. If you want to practice long arming, it would be great to buy this because then you don't feel guilty. You didn't spend all the time putting it together. Or if you're doing community quilts, this is a great one for community quilts. Okay, hang on a second. So we have this quilt. And it does have Christmas fabrics and Halloween fabrics. It has a this is a quilt for all seasons, okay? And it's got more in the bag. So you've got some strips. I'm just going to start this at $20. 15. We'll start it at 15, but I'm pretty sure it will get to 20. S99 is starting at 15 for the quilt top. Sharon Whatnot does charge us a fee. It's like 11 or 12%. But then you also have to like put in shipping, and you can't really combine the shipping because they collect the fees. So if you buy multiple auctions, I don't think you can combine the shipping. It's a lot of little details we're trying to look into because it would get us a bigger base of people. But and they do put the timers on, so you have to go quick. Oh, look, here's cute little Thanksgiving turkeys. So you do have quite a bit of black in here because, every black is a little bit different. So you do have quite a bit of a black fabric. It looks like maybe 4 yards. Well, it's cut in half. So she probably cut it lengthwise for the borders. So it's about 2 yards of black fabric. About 2 yards of black fabric because it is cut in half. But it's the width of 4 yards, but it's like fat quarter-ish. Okay, so that quilt top, S99. And No, Rondi, I could not. One thing, there is no small room at Quilt Show Reno. And besides that, vendors have paid a lot of money to be at the quilt show. And so we do not want, we want the new great stuff at the quilt show. We want like the stuff that is new and makes us want to go to the quilt show. So, and I don't want to undercut any of the other vendors. So S99 is starting at $15 for the quilt top already sewn. If you do community quilts, this is a great one. Or if you've got like somebody in a rest home, it'd be great to just finish this up. If you want to practice your quilting, that would be great for that also. But it is a fun quilt. It's got Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, cats, a little bit of everything. S99 is starting at $15. S66 is going to Stephanie for $18. Stephanie for 18. And S99 for the quilt top. S99 for the quilt top. And if you're new to joining us or you've never been to one of these crazy auctions, you can just comment S and the number and how much you would like to bid for it. This is kind of a crazy day. We are a real quilt shop with real new fabrics, but we've just acquired a sewing room, and so we're trying to make sure that all of our customers' stuff does not land in the landfill. Here's another 4-inch squares. So these are, you've got quite a few of the same fabrics. It looks like she just went through her stash and cut up fabrics. So you could do a blue quilt with this, add some scraps from your stash. S08, S08, we're going to start at $4. S08, 4-inch squares starting at $4. S08, S99, no takers for the $15 quilt top. Let's see. There's so many crazy things in this bag, in this box. S08 is at $5. Here's another big buttons. You've got some of the fun, funky, cute, big buttons. These are expensive buttons. These buttons are like $6 a piece in my shop right now. I probably would have thrown them back for sale if I had seen them, but they're great for clothing. And then you've got favorite findings, modern, blues and browns and peaches. These are usually go for like $3.95. So we're just going to start this at $4. S87, the buttons at $4. And then we're going to close this up. We have no takers on the quilt top. Well, that's so sad. Maybe I'll have to see if somebody at the Quilt Guild wants to quilt it and give it out for charity quilts. Terracotta. I think that would be a good class. I know what bag did this come in? How did I lose a great ginormous great big bag? I'm gonna call Kathy Holden. Kathy Holden is like the queen of taking vintage stuff and putting it into the cutest different projects. We've interviewed Kathy several times. We have her Moda fabric lines, and she came to our retreat as a retreater maybe 3 years ago. So she was on our live a couple of weeks ago. I think I'm going to see if we can't schedule her for 2027 to go to Quilt Show Reno. 2026 is already booked. It's already on the website waiting to go live. It just hasn't gone live yet. But it's all finalized and ready. So Black Friday, you're going to want to make sure you sign up. Go Black Friday, order your classes and your tickets to get into the vendor mall between Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and then you'll get a bedazzled Quilt Show Reno 26 t-shirt. And then on the back of it is so, like, I think it's hilarious. I hope I don't offend anybody, but I put on the back of the Quilt Show Reno t-shirts, WTF, and then under that it says, where's the fabric? So if you sign up for Quilt Show Reno, entry passes and classes between Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you'll get a free bedazzled shirt. Okay, S87 is at $5. S87 is at $5, and S08 is at $5. Get your final bids, and I'm gonna see what else I can find from my magic box here. Here is a Under the Sea. It looks like it's fat quarter bundles. Under the Sea. Oh, I hate to take it apart. It's so pretty. Let's see. And it's tied in a big old knot. So if you're doing a kid quilt, this is adorable. I think this is from the Sweet Treats shop. She used to do her stuff like that. But if you need to do a kid quilt, look at how cute the focus fabric is. So it is fat quarters. Under the Sea is the best place to be. You've got fish scales in different colors. This is a super cute line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look at how much time they spent folding this over a cardboard box to do that cute little bundle. OMG. Okay, so you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 fat quarter bundles. So I'm going to just start that at $25, just because that's $2.50 a fat quarter. I think that it will get to that. S13, 10 fat quarters for a cute little under the ocean scene. $25. That's $2.50 a fat quarter bundle. Fat quarter. That is a really good price. That's like almost half off. Okay. S87. Candy and Jackie, you guys are gonna get staff shirts, but that will say, well, I think you guys are getting crew shirts. I think the back of your shirt will say crew, but we can probably work out getting you a WTF shirt. Okay, S08. Maybe retreat to a vintage class and silent auctions. Terracotta, you're trying to get me more work. No, that would be a good idea. Are you coming to the May retreat? I think you're signed up for May retreat, not October. Okay, S87. Okay, Devin, can you write this down for ideas for retreat? A silent auction and a project using the vintage findings. Okay, Dakota, I'm working on it. I'll have Lynn put together goodie bags with vintage treasures that we find on Wednesday out of the piles and piles and piles and piles of stuff we have here. You literally cannot walk in the shop right now, and you cannot walk upstairs either. And we still have to go back. We have at least one more van load full, if not more. Okay. So if you're new to watching, you just type the number S and the number and then how much you want to pay. This is a very laid back casual auction. Oh, yay! Okay. Terracotta's coming to Quilt Show Reno also. All right, Terracotta, I'm super excited. Have you guys been following all of the classes, all the teachers? S13. So S13 is at $28. S13 is at $28. Joyce, you and me both need to sew faster. S13 is at $25. I am going to either have to liquidate my stuff or keep the doors of the shop closed so I can actually sew. Because I'm never going to get through all of, I'm going to have to live to be 1,000 to get through all of my projects. Okay, S08 is, S87 is I think you're the only one terracotta. So terracotta for $4. And SO8. Devin's like, Mom, are you going to go all night? SO8 is SO8, I think, is Sharon at $5. Sharon for $5. Just think of all the time you don't have to spend cutting all of these. Sharon for $5. S13. S13 is at $32. The fat quarters are at $32. Okay, remember what I said today, earlier today? If you watched the Quilt Show Reno live, make sure that if you book your hotel, you go to Quilt Show Reno's website, because some travel company, and they are a legitimate travel company, but Grand Sierra is putting a cease and assist order on them because they got like our teacher list from last year. I don't know what happened, but I had a teacher try to book her hotel through the email she thought we sent her, but we did not send it to her. It came from a travel agent, and they're selling the rooms actually for more, but it's still a good rate. It's like $89 a night. But I can only protect you if they offer it cheaper, like on Priceline. I can I have it in our contract. They have to honor that price for everybody booked under our block. So just to protect yourself, go to quiltshowreno.com and book your hotel room through there, so that you get the $69 a night for the weekdays. And then I do think Friday night they would not budge. Friday night I think it's $159. But last year they ended up selling Friday night at $70. They offered it to some of our customers at $79 a night. So if they do that again this year, they have to honor it to everybody booked under our block. So okay, so Showers of St. Jude, $3. It looks like it's a yard. S14 Showers of St. Jude, Showers of Love at St. Jude. So it's kind of a specific fabric. S14 Showers of Love at St. Jude, $3. Even if you want to cut it out, if you don't want the St. Jude part on there, you could cut out the rainbows and fussy cut the hearts and different things. And like this little kid here, you could fussy cut out a lot of it. So a lot of potential. S14, $3. S13, that'd be great. Rondi, we haven't seen you in a long time. S13, the fat quarter bundle is at $32. That still makes the fat quarters $3.20, which is a good price. S14 is at $3. Okay, Terracotta, we will definitely put you to work. Doris will be in our booth demoing wool projects, but we have a lot of projects. We do the veterans quilts also in our booth, so we do a lot in our booth, so we can always use help. Okay, let's see. OMG, here's another. If you're a Betty Boop fan, here is Betty Boop, a half yard. So we've got the St. Jude Fabrics S14, and then we have this Betty Boop fabric. I want to be loved by you. It says, I want to be loved by you, Betty Boop, and I think that's Betty Boop. I don't know. I actually don't know. I hate to say that. But so we have it's a half yard Betty Boop fabric, I believe. S15 for $5. The auction's starting at $5. S104. Stephanie, I'm just going to give this to you for free. Because you're going to do some kind of something with it. Stephanie. Okay. Sometimes I just want to make sure you really want the fabric. And I think if you're willing to pay $1 or $3, you really do want the fabric. Okay. So that is for Stephanie. S15 is starting at $5 for the Betty Boop. It is a half yard. S13 is at $32 for the Under the Sea fat quarters. And here is, it says fabric remnants. It is, I'm not sure where it's from. It was a, they've got it taped up so I can't even see. Oh, this is 3/4 of a yard. I gotta find some scissors. 3/4 of a yard. Oh, I buried them. Okay, hang on a second. S15 is at $8. Stephanie and Susan, you guys are gonna outbid each other. It is Betty Boop. Okay, Joyce. Sometimes I wonder. I mean, I think it is, but okay. They're like best friends outbidding each other. Okay, so here is truck fabric. You've got trucks and dumpsters, 3/4 of a yard here, and then this one is 1.5 yards. So it looks like it's the same thing, but with a green background. So you have 1.5 yards and 3/4 of the blue. So it's the same fabric, 1.5 yards of the green, 3/4 of the blue. And so 1.5 yards and 3/4 is oh, Devin like literally has put his pajamas on and he's leaving. Sweats.
It is 6:05.
Oh, oh gosh, I didn't realize it was so late. Are you going to the gym?
Yeah.
Okay, see ya.
It is 6:05.
Okay. Oh, they can share. You girls crack me up. Okay, 1.5 yards and 3/4, and we'll just start that at $6. S16 is starting at $6. If you're going to do kid quilts or charity quilts, that's a great price. 1.5 yards and 3/4 is 2.25 yards. So 2.25 yards for $6. S16, the auction is starting at $6. S13, I think they've stopped bidding. S16 is at $6. S13, I think is Evelyn for $13. If you want to outbid Evelyn, you have until I put this back in the bag. If you can type fast, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go to Evelyn. And I'll throw the ribbon in there too. You can use that for something. Do you need to go potty? Devin didn't really take you potty. Devin said he took her Remy potty, but I think he literally just like takes her out the front door. Because look at her. She's like right. Can you see her? Oh. She's like, Mom. Okay, Evelyn for $32. Evelyn for $32. Okay, what happened with you Betty Boop girls? Let me throw Evelyn's ribbon in there. Okay, you Betty Boop girls. I had $5 for Stephanie, $8 for Lynn, and they're going to share it. Okay, because you're like being nice and being kind and sharing it, I'm just going to give it to you for $5. And Stephanie and Susan. Okay. You guys can duke it out, okay? Okay, the S16 is at $6. It's 2.25 yards of dump trucks and different things. And then we have a bear collection here. You've got about 3/4 yard of this cute bear, 3/4 yard of this cute bear, and then you've got about a fat quarter, it looks like, about a fat quarter of this bear. So fat quarter of this one and about a whatever I said about this one. So bears and sweaters, bears and if you're a bear collector, this is a cute little bear one. This would be even like a cute, just sew it up into a bag for a reusable gift bag. Anyways, bear collection, we're going to do S17. Bear collection, we're going to do S17 for $5. S17 for $5 for the bears. And the tractors for the 2 1/4 yards are at S16 is at $10. 2 1/4 yards is at $10. S16 is at $10. S17 for the bears is at $5. The bears are at $5. I keep moving the camera around and then I don't know where to put stuff. If I could only sit still for 5 seconds. Okay, let's. Oh. Ooh, that's a. Okay, we're gonna have to save this one for Wednesday. That's a bag for Wednesday. It's more bears though. Okay, what is in here? Okay, here is kind of a random collection of upholstery stuff. So you've got like a fat quarter size of this upholstery. Oh, look, the back side is kind of pretty too. This is the front side though. You've got like a fat quarter size of that. You've got an upholstery scrap of this. An upholstery. She must have gotten like maybe a trash to treasures bag from us or something maybe at some point. But you've got another, these upholstery fabrics make great bags. And then you've got this, which looks like it was a towel with a big hole in it. So you got a big hole in the towel. And then I would cut this handwork off and maybe over dye it because part of it is stained. So you got a little bit of a staining there, but that would be super cute on something, or tissue dye it or tea dye the whole thing. If you tea dye the whole thing, it would be cute to add to any of your Christmas projects. So you've got it on both sides. So 2 of those. So just a random bag of kind of upholstery stuff that you can do fun things with. Let's just start this off at $3. S18. I think at $3, I would totally snag it if I found it. Okay, S18 is starting at $3. S16 for the tractor fabric is at $12. S16 for the tractor fabric is at $12. S17 for the bear fabric is at $5. S17 for the bear fabric is at $5. S18 for the upholstery fabrics are at $3. Get your final bids in. Ferns would be good to embellish the back of a jeans jacket. Yes. Yeah, for sure. We need to do we need to interview Ann Lindenmeyer. I doubt she's still on because she goes and eats dinner with her husband. But Ann is embellishing jackets like crazy. So we need to do an interview of her maybe on a Wednesday or a Monday or whenever. So she can do a show and tell. She's saving them all for Quilt Show Reno, but she literally is going to have to change her clothes every half hour. Okay, this is a fitted sheet. We have a fitted sheet here, probably a twin size, I'm guessing. A fitted sheet, S19, $1. If you need a fitted sheet, looks like it's in pretty good shape, $1. S19, $1. The bears are going to Victor for $5. The bears are going to Victor for $5. And if I miss anything, just let me know, because sometimes I don't scroll up enough to know who the actual bidder is. S16 is going once, going twice. Let's see. S16 is going to Sharon. Oh, Stephanie, you waited too long. I already put Sharon's name on there. Okay, don't wait too long or you might miss out on something. S18 is for the upholstery fabrics, $3. S18 is starting at $3. S19 for the fitted sheet is starting at $1. $1. And oh, there's more squares in here. More pre-cut squares. You've got a whole bunch of these reproduction 30s. I'm pretty sure it's reproduction. It might be real though, but I think it's reproduction. So you've got a whole stack 4-inch. So you could do like 9 patches with those. Cute little vintagey reproductions. And then you've got a variety of these. You could do 9 patches with this block and this block. You could do little 9 patches. And then you've got a pile of these turquoise ones here and these turquoise ones here. So you've got quite a bit of 4-inch squares. And I think these have been going for like $8. Oh, what happened? Oh, here. Let's just do, I'm going to start it at $6. S20 is starting at $6. S20 is starting at $6. S19 for the fitted sheet. I don't think any takers. Okay, S19, the fitted sheet. I'm going to take that off. And then we have S18 for $3. S18 for $3. S20. S20, there's 2 of you at $8. So we've got Joyce on YouTube for $8 and we have Sharon for $8. So S20 is at $8. S20 is at $8. And we've got no takers for these upholstery fabrics. S18 is at $3. I'm gonna have to show you, I've got a tote bag upstairs that I've been working on for probably 20 years, but it uses the upholstery fabrics, but little pieces, and then it's all collaged. I'm gonna have to actually quilt it and get it finished. Okay, Joyce is at $20 for these squares. These squares on YouTube, we're at not $20, we're at $10. So Sharon and Joyce are at $10. Sharon and Joyce are at 10. Wait, S20 is at $10. S20 is at $10. There's 2 of you, one on Facebook, one on YouTube. And Carolyn for $3. Carolyn for $3. And oh, Deb is definitely going to have to start shipping some boxes tomorrow. Okay, we've got 2 of you at $10. S20, we've got 2 of you at $10. And I don't think anybody wants just muslin, do you? Okay, let's see what we've got in the next bag. Okay, here is build your stash. So you've got probably like about a third of a yard there. You've got probably a half a yard and a half a yard. Those 2 are the same print, just different colors, but a half a yard of each of those. You've got some Moda Crackle. You've got a yard of this gold, green with a metallic gold. McCower fabrics, so good quality fabrics. These are kind of like those shabby chicish kinds of fabrics. So you got some of that. And then you've got about, let's see, this is a big chunk. And look at that paisley with the gold. That's really pretty. You have, it's a little bit over a yard. S20. S20 is at $12. S20 for the 4-inch squares is at $12 on Facebook. 1 and 1.25 yards of 1.25 yards of this olivey green paisley metallic. Well, it's not a paisley, it's a leaf. So 1.25 yards of this. This is a beautiful piece. So that is kind of a really fun collection. I'm just going to start it at $10 because I think you're going to get to $10 easily. S21 is starting at $10. Oh, two of you want muslin? You guys are crazy. Okay, let me see if there's a bigger piece of muslin or if this is the only piece that, well, right now that looks like a canvas in there, but I know there's more coming. But right now I have, and it honestly might not, yeah, I think it's a muslin. Okay, so let me just measure out what it is. So it is, and muslin is like $7 a yard these days. 1, 2, so it's 2 yards of a good quality muslin. Okay, hang on a second. It does have a little piece taken off of it. So a little bit less than 2 yards, a little square chunk at the top. So a little less than 2 yards of the muslin, and we're just going to start this at $2. Okay, so S22 is starting at $2. S21 is at $10. Do the roses match the unfinished table runner? I think that was this bag. Oh, I think they do. And so does that one, maybe. Oh, Carolyn, you should probably bid on this because this is the roses here. It is the roses and it is the olivey green fabric here. So it does match that. So if you want binding that matches, I would get this green to bind it. So Carolyn, I hope you're watching, because you will not be disappointed with this auction. S21. S21 is at $12. S21 is at $12. Carolyn, if you're listening, you should probably bid on this collection because then you'll have the exact binding for your project. S21 is at $12. S22 for the muslin, there's two of you at $3. And S20, okay, Carolyn's at $13 for this collection. Carolyn's at $13 for this collection. S20 is going once, going twice. S20 is Joyce for $11. Joyce for $11. And 21 is at $13. The muslin, there's two of you at $3. Two of you at $3, which is still a really pretty incredible price because I do want to say it's like $6.99 or something out in the shop. S20 went to Joyce. And 21. S22, the muslin is at $5. S22, the muslin's at $5. S21, who knew you guys would fight over muslin? S21 is at $13. Oh, somebody had bid $12. Let me see. S20. Let me go back and see. S20. Oh, yeah, Sharon did bid $12. Thank you for being honest. Sharon, $12. And then S21 and S22. So the greens with the roses is at $13. And then S22 is at $6 for the muslin. We're just going to close this one up at $13 since it finishes Carolyn's project. Okay. Carolyn's like, I just need that one green. Okay, Evelyn, I'm going to let her have it. I am totally going to give this to Carolyn. And oh, the cream one is the same one in there too. There's 3 pieces in this auction. Okay, I'm going to put this. You've got a really big bag here, Carolyn, so I'm going to put them all on there. All in the same bag, but I'm going to put I got to do it so Devin realizes it's 2 auctions. Okay, the muslin S22. S22 for the muslin is at $6. S22 for the muslin is at $6. The muslin's at $6. And 20 fast textures for your home. Easy machine rugs. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one here. I'll probably never be able to get it back into the bag. Fast, how I made my Carmen Miranda rugs. 20 easy machine made rugs. Okay, so let's see. So this is what I guess she's calling pillow ticking. I'm going to call it canvas, kind of a denim weight, probably 12-ounce canvas. You got a bunch of that in there, so I'm sure that's what you need to make this rugs. And then this book on making textured rugs. Well, it definitely would be interesting. I mean, the canvas alone we sell for $13.95 in the shop, but the book is kind of an interesting book. Okay, so if you want ruffly rugs, ruffly rugs here, ruffly rugs. Oops, what happened to my marker? Okay, ruffly rugs. $1. S10 is starting at $1, and we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the muslin for $6 to Lori. Lori for $6. Gosh, aren't you East Coast ladies exhausted? I'm exhausted, and I don't even know what time it is. Oh gosh, 6:30. No wonder Devin was like, it's 6 o'clock. Okay. Let's see. S10 is at $3. I have never seen the ruffle rug stuff either, Stephanie. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that up close, but it definitely, a lot of these older books, they have a lot of techniques and they're kind of good to steal ideas from. I mean, you literally just never know what you're going to find. Like, is she taking the rug and putting it on her boot and her jacket? I mean, you just never know. Like her slippers and her head covering. I mean, anything's possible. We could all make jackets like that or chair covers. The ideas are priceless in here, okay? I'm sure if we really actually read it, we would find some pretty good ideas. S10 and everything that's old is new again at some point. S10 is at $6. S10 is at 6. Oh, it's only $9.26. Victor, the night is still young. S10 is at $6. S10 is at $6. And I have no idea. Oh, this is a finished table runner. So hang on a second. I got to lift the camera up so you can really see it. But it is a finished, like 10-degree table runner. So it's got great curves, very luscious curves here. It is from one tip to the other tip, about 36 inches. So it's already finished. It was sewn and turned inside out, but you literally could take this and put it on your table right now. So a finished table runner. If you're looking for Christmas gifts and you know somebody who likes bright colored stuff, this is really well put together. Very cute. I'm going to just start that at $10. You could easily, if you're selling stuff at boutiques, sell that for 25 bucks. Easy. S23 is starting at $10, but it does give you an idea. If you get that 10 degree wedge ruler, you could just whip together a table runners really quick and easy. What I'm wondering is, because it's kind of a gentle curve, if you could make multiple ones and then set them inside of each other to make like a quilt with the curvy action going on. We'll have to look into that. S23 is at $10. S23, the furniture, Candy, I'm glad I could keep you guys laughing. S23 is at $10. S10 is at $6. All right, let me see what else I can find in this magic box of mine. Already finished projects here. Here is an apron. Here's an apron that has a cute little pocket with a bird and a flower. It's missing its straps, so you would have to add the straps around the top. But it is literally, hang on a second. It is literally ready to go. Here. So you just need to add the straps. The apron is already ready to go. It's hemmed and everything. So the apron is ready to go. If you need a quick little gardening apron or something, this would be perfect. S24, we're just going to start it at $4. If you want a cute little apron, you could finish in a jiffy. S10, S23 is at $10 and S10 is at $6. Get your final bids in. I'm going to close these up because I got to make more room. Okay, S10 and S10 is terracotta for $6. And S23 is candy for $10. And S24, I've got Riri, Jackie, Bit Pods, S24. So I've got 3 of you at $4 for the apron. Who knew the apron? It always surprises me what you guys actually bid on. S24, there's 3 of you. We've got Riri on YouTube. Jackie, we've got Jackie and Jackie just went to $5. Stephanie's at $4. So it's at $5. The apron is at $5. The apron is at $5. And I will have Candy and Jackie, your guys' baskets are a little bit overflowing. So I will have Devin hopefully ship that tomorrow. Let's see, let me put this back in here. I have a crazy like chenille bear something under my arm. Riri's at $6. The apron's at $6. Oh, there's 3 of you at $6. Stephanie is at 2. Stephanie's at $6 for the apron, and Riri's at $6 for the apron. So the apron's at $6. The apron's at $6. And then we have, okay, Candy and Jackie, do you guys have like another amazing vacation? Okay, so these are chenille blocks, apparently. So you've got one, you could turn them into a pillow if you've got like a little girl room. It's got a cute little bear, but it's already been sewn and cut. So maybe it's a front and a back of a pillow. And so what you do with this is you could sew these together or you could put something on the back. But if you sew these together, then you throw it in the washer and wash it, it will chenille it up. So an almost done chenille it. Let me make sure there's not another chenille it something here. Nope, I think that's it. Oh my God, but look what I just found. Okay, hang on a second. So let me put a number on the chenille it and then hang on to what you're, We're going on a cruise in April, New Zealand and Australia. Oh my God. Someday I'm going to live your guys' life. Okay, we're going to just start this at $2 for the chenille bears. S25 chenille bears. If you've got a little granddaughter or a neighbor, this would be great to sew up and give to them. S25 is two of them. So you've got a front and a back, or if you wanted to make two pillows for their bed, you could just put a boring back or a cute pink back on the back. S25 is starting at $2. S24 is at $7. The apron is at $7. Here is a little hand stitched happiness is a garden filled with button blooms. So a cute little hand stitched. I'm gonna get down close so you can really see it. So, wait, let's see, where's that camera? So cute little embroidery. You've got like a little butterfly embroidered here. Look at how cute that dragonfly is. Can you see that little dragonfly hand stitched? So a cute little butterfly. This would be a cute little pillow to make for a girlfriend. S26. We're just going to start it at $5. S26 is going to start at $5 because I think it's going to get there. S25, the bears are at $5. The chenille bears are at $5. The chenille bears are at $5. The apron is at $7. Get your final bids in because we're going to move on to something else. Who knows what we have? Oh, Remy, are you ready to go out? I know. Devin probably did not take you out very far. Okay, here is the Wiseman. And I'm not sure what it was going to be. She did do some glitter threads around the parts of it. So you could continue on with that if you wanted. Or you could just finish it up. Turn it into a pillow. Or you could put it on here. I don't know where the damn camera is. Okay, let's see here. There you go. So if you're into nativity scenes, wise men, all that kind of stuff, this is cute. We're just going to do this at $2 because we're going to have to finish pretty soon because Remy is pawing at the back of my leg and her paws hurt. Okay, S27 is starting at $2 for the nativity, not nativity scene, it's the wise men. S27 is starting at $2. It's already been like literally I would probably just turn it into a pillow and call it done, bring it out at Christmas. S27 is starting at $2. S25 is at $5. S25 is at $5. S26 is at $10. S24, the apron is going to Stephanie for $7. Stephanie for $7. And then 26 is at $10. The Wisemen are at $5. Wisemen are at $5. You're welcome, Stephanie. Thank you guys for staying on. I'm like shocked. I'm like, don't you guys have to go eat dinner or something? Well, and I'm doing this like new diet. It's not really a diet. You can sort of eat anything you want, but you can't eat for 16 hours. So your last meal, you have to wait 16 hours to eat again. And it is kind of like a miracle thing, but I've only been on it for 2 weeks. But you guys are gonna make me eat late. So tomorrow I like to eat early so that I sleep through most of the starving time. But I'm gonna be eating late today, so tomorrow I'm gonna be like noon and saying, "Oh my God, I'm so hungry." No, actually, I really don't even notice that I'm not eating. So it's all right if I have a late dinner and starve tomorrow. But the people coming in tomorrow will pay the price. Anyhow, S25. Let's see, where are we at on S25? I think the last bid was Sharon for $5. That's a steal. It's super cute. Sharon for $5. Then we've got the wise man and the little garden of buttons. Let's see what we got. Oh, Sharon, I wish somebody was cooking me dinner. Actually, I went to Lynn's ladies' luncheon yesterday, so I have about 8 plates of cookies that I meant to take down to the ROTC kids, but I didn't get to it today because today's been really crazy. We did. Jennifer came in and long armed 2 quilts, and then we had Doris's felting and applique class, and then we went right into interviewing. For Quilt Show Reno, and then this. So it's been a full day. It's 27. The wise men are at $5. Here, I'm going to just do Evelyn for $5. Evelyn, $5. And then we have S26. S26. Sharon for $10. Sharon for $10. And what we like literally got halfway through our 2 baskets. It's kind of exciting. Okay, here's a finished project. If you love barns, this is already quilted. It's got the buttons on the eyes, the bell on the cow. It's quilted. It's already finished, ready for you to hang up. It's a little wall hanging. I don't even know what orientation is this. What if I move this instead of coming at the side? If I move it here, then I can just go straight here. Thank goodness you guys are patient with my learning system. Okay, already finished quilt, and we're just going to do $5. S28 is $5. So if you know of somebody who has a cute little farm, it'd be cute in their kitchen or anywhere. Bill cooked our dinner while I've been watching. I prepped what to cook, so all turned out good. Well, thank goodness, Phyllis. Victor made bagels, buns, and donuts and beef stew over the weekend. Oh my God, that's making me hungry there, Victor. S28 is an already finished little farm scene, super cute, $5. And then we have these little sand. Well, let's see. They are applique on, but they're not stitched. So I would probably stitch around them, but then you could turn them into pillows. You could even add some fur for his beard. Or I have a super cute panel. And what we did is I just hot glued buttons on the brim of his hat and the beard and the mustache. I put little ivory buttons on it. It was so cute. So lots of different ideas you could do with this. Oh my God, the mouse is so cute. Make little pillows or oh, the mouse is super cute. Okay, S29. We're just going to start these two at $5. You can make pillows. You can make little wall hangings. You could sew them into little gift bags. Lots of fun things you could do with them. S29. If I was going to sew it into a gift bag, I would add an extra strip up top so that you don't lose the actual applique. S29 is starting at $5. S28 for the finished wall hanging is at $6. S28 is at $6 for the already finished wall hanging. Super cute. S28 is at $5. S29 is at $8. S29 for the really cute little applique. They're applique on, but they haven't been stitched down. So you can see on the back side, they haven't been stitched down, but they have been appliqued onto the background fabric. It is, honestly, they're super cute. Probably if I had packed these into the bins, if I'd sorted through this stuff, I literally would have kept 90% of this stuff for my own stash. Like I need it. Anyways, S29 is at $8. 29 is at S29 is at $8. S28 is at $7. S28 is at $7 and S29 is at $8. And the bags, it's like I feel like I'm Mary Poppins. Like my bag just never ends. Okay, here is a super cute Christmas panel. I would say more crafty quality. I would not really put it into a quilt, but definitely, well, you could wash it and see if it bleeds or not, but it's definitely not super good quality. It is Fabric Traditions. So Merry Christmas, very cute, a very cute panel. Merry Christmas. It's a big it's a big panel. Probably 36 by 44 if I had to guess. um, but super cute. S147. We're just gonna start this. For those of you who have stuck with us, we're gonna start this at $8. So super cute. If you've got somebody little in your family, you literally could throw a backing on it and just make a fun little Christmas quilt because it is pretty big. S147 is starting at $8. 147 is starting at $8. Get your final bids in on these so we can move on. Devin is going to be shipping like all day for the rest of his life. S29 S29 is at $12. S29, it is super vintagey and cute. S29 is at $12. S147 is at $8. S28 is at $7. Get your final bids in. S28. Oops, where'd that pin go? S28. Oh gosh. I made this rule. I can't like drink by myself. And you guys aren't really here with me in person, but you are with me. So maybe I could have a glass of wine. S28 is going to, let's see, S28 is, S28 is Stephanie for $7. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I think Stephanie for $7. Super cute, Stephanie. You're going to have to open up like a vintage market. Stephanie's like, of course you can. Oh, I know. I should have had Devin like open up a bottle before I started this today. It would be so much more fun if I'd been drinking for the last 3 hours. S29 is at $12. S147 is at $8. I'm going to give you a couple more seconds to get bids in on that. I've got another panel, S146. It is, gosh, this is like the fabric that was out when I first started quilting. Kind of primitive. So S146. I think that now you would say that the fabric when I started quilting is vintage. S146. So it's like a pre-printed panel quilt. You could just, if you were like wanted to practice your quilting on your own domestic machine, this is a good size. And you could just kind of quilt in the lines or do an all over quilt. But it is cute. S146. We're going to start this at $8 also. $8. S146 is going to start at $8, and then I'll just fold it up on the table so you can see it. So here's the gingerbread house. Here's the gingerbread house. If you're new to watching, all you got to do is type the number S146. The auction is starting at $8. And then this is the snowman and the angel on this side. But it's kind of interesting to see how they've got the words behind. And everybody kind of thinks that words in the fabric just started kind of recently, but it's been around forever. Everything goes around and comes around and is new again. Okay, S146 is at $8. 147 is at $8. S29 is at $15. S29 is at $15. It has the cute little applique, and it's down good. Like you really wouldn't even have to stitch around it if you didn't want to. I mean, it is down pretty good. The cute little mouse on the candy cane. Look at how cute he is. I don't know why I love Christmas mice. And then you've got a little Santa. And I just would take all my little like ivory buttons and just hot glue them onto his beard and make a cute little pillow. S29 is at $16. S29 is at $16. 146 is going, 147 is been on the table the longest. Let's do Evelyn for $8. And then 146 is at, oh, Stephanie, I already wrote on it. Sorry, it's too late. Once I write somebody's name on it, they own it. 146. 146 is at $8. 140 and 29 is at $16. 29 is at $16. And let's see, we have another panel. Well, it's a big, I think we got to cut this and make it into 3 panels because it is the same repeat and nobody's going to want that many. So I'll say that for Monday or Wednesday, I don't know, whatever day. Wednesday. Wednesday's when we're going to go live again. Okay, so here we have, I know, just a little bit longer. If your stocking is quilted, so these are directions for the stockings. Let's see what we've got here. My bias tape for bindings, personalizing and embellishing. Then it's also got something for a tree skirt. But, okay, let's see what's in here. It's like it's multiple stockings. Okay, let's, oh my goodness, I don't even know what this is. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to sort this mess out. Here is a stocking. So this is a front and a back, or you can do them reversible. It's already quilted, so you really just have to, if you want, you could line it. So you've got 2 of these. That's a different one too. She just had a bag of stockings. Okay, so you've got a front and a back of this one. Oh, you've got like a baby one, like a Papa Bear and a Mama Bear one. So you've got 2 stockings here. Let's see, S30, let's just start this at $3 for these 2 stockings. If you want, you could put a plain backing on this and then a plain backing on this, but they would end up going in opposite directions. So that's your personal preference. So you could have 4 or you could have 2 stockings. I think it's weird that Mama Bear is smaller than Papa Bear, but what do I know? So both of those for $3. S30 is starting at $3. S30 is, what kind of junk are you selling? So Pamela, we're actually making sure that one of our customers, we just cleaned out her sewing room, and we're making sure that all of her treasures don't go to the landfill. So we're cleaning out one of our customers' sewing rooms. So it's all kinds of different random treasures. We've had hand dyed fabrics, we've had fat quarter bundles, and then we've had projects that she started. So it's kind of a fun treasure hunt. And if you want to bid on anything, you just have to type in S. S is you committing to buying it, and then the number and how much you're willing to pay for it. S30 is at $6 right now. So these 2 stockings are at $6. S30 is at $6. S29 for the mouse and the candy cane, and then the applique with the Santa are at $20. S29 is at $20. And then 146, I don't know if we've had any other bids on it. Well, you could go to Walmart. That's a personal choice. S146 is, let's see, S146 is at $8 for Lori. Lori for $8. And then we have S30 is at $7. S30 is at $7 for the two stockings, and then the S29 is at $20 for the cute little mouse. And we have a, let's see, it is a border print. Well, it's kind of a crazy border print. It's got a, here is a, I'm gonna hold it up so you can see it. It's okay, Rem. So you've got the top of the border. So you could do an applique in the center if you wanted, but the top of the border is smaller, and then the bottom is larger animals. So you could do a baby quilt with it. I think you've got 2 yards here. One, yep, it's a 2-yard piece. So you can do 2 baby quilts with this. Super cute, especially if you're doing community quilts. You could whip those out very easily. Rem, behave. Okay, this with the animals, it's 2 yards, and we'll just start that auction at $5. S31 is starting at $5. You could totally do 2 little quilts with it. S31 is starting at $5 for 2 yards. You could totally do pillowcases, Phyllis. Yeah. It would be cute. It is a cute little print. S31 is 2 yards starting at $5. And S30 is at $7 for the 2 stockings. S29. Are you guys done fighting over that? S29. We're going to go Stephanie for $20. Stephanie for $20. S31 is at $5, and S30 is at $7. S30 is at $7. 31 is at $5. S30 is at $7. Let's see what else is in our magic bag of tricks. S89 is a random bag. You've got the ribbing for the keychains that we did demos on, and you've got let's see, extra wide double fold bias tape. You've got some maxi piping. You've got some satin blanket binding, some random little pieces. You've got some ribbing for purse handles, some ribbon, some organza, and 2 other maxi piping. So a variety of stuff. S89 is starting at $2. Auction starting at $2. S89, the auction is starting at $2. S31 is at $5. S30 is at $7. And we're just going to do candy for $7. And then 31, candy for $5. And S89 is at, is your dog getting desperate? You're almost at the 3-hour mark. I know. I feel like it. I don't know. She should be fine. Devin took her out, but we do have to end pretty soon because I will be getting hangry pretty soon. Okay, let's see what time it. Oh, it is 7 o'clock. You're right. Okay, so that's all we have for today. We'll S89 for $2 is going to Victor. And that is all we have for today. So I can take Remy out to go potty, since I'm sure Devin took her basically right out the front door. and she's ready for a walk. So thank you for joining us today. We will do this again. Thank you, Mary Lou. We'll do this again on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. If you have any questions or you need anything, just give us a call. You're welcome, Stephanie. Just give us a call and we will get your orders shipped out to you. I'll try to get Devin to get them out tomorrow. All right. Have a good night. Bye. Thank you, Terracotta. Thank you, guys. Thank all of you for joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Bye. Bye. Bye.